Hi, I'm Pippa Nayer, poet, potion maker and creative director of Staywell Derby CIC. Boom. Really happy to be here on video in honour of the Arboretum and its 180th anniversary. It's my local park and it's a really important green space for myself and hundreds or thousands of other people. So privileged. Thanks, I've got some poems for you. Feed me, your gods. I am greedy for gods. Let me gobble them up till I'm crackling a conceptual lightning storm. Fill my belly with Genesis, my head with Gnostic electricity. Feed me fables, feed me divinity, till I fall to my knees in awe and in ecstasy, intoxicated with the power of myself. Let me devour your demons. I will swallow them whole. I'll gnaw on the bones of the monsters that dwell in the shadow of your soul. Honey, I am so hungry. Have you got a little faith for me to feed on? I've mythologized an insatiable appetite for symbology, and now it's time to swallow the subconscious key, along with the side dish of deep-fried demigods. It's an Olympian banquet, and Zeus will be my main course. I've eaten everything you've ever worshipped. I am replete with sweet belief. I have grown fat on the substance of your need. I've savoured the flavours of mystery. So darling mortals, now it's time to get on your knees because, my darlings, your worship is all that I need. A little arrogance there to kick things off. It's been a strange one. Last year and the year before, I would have been comparing the Lark in the park and the Arboretum and the grass in the tent, running spoons workshops and introducing amazing artists and performers, some of whom you can see on YouTube this year as well. There is a spoon workshop, magic, and a lot of wonderful musicians and performances, so check everyone else out as well. Now, I'm going to take you on a poetic trip to space, to Lammas and beyond. Moondog haunted mess, high stepping through the rubble, counting the cost of reaching escape velocity. This journey was not well planned or fuel efficient, slingshotting my soul around distant stars just to find a way home. Mining deep space diamonds to forge a dogged armour so that when I re-enter the atmosphere, reach terminal velocity, I won't crash land, burn to ashes, smash to smithereens, but instead, touchdown, bruised and shaken, still glowing red hot around the edges, and stagger to my feet, just to fall to my knees and kiss the honest dirt of the wide open plains of exactly where I'm meant to be. I have travelled far, cast my nets amongst distant stars, chased asteroids to gather their glittering shards left strewn across the cosmos in the wake of fiery journeys. I've danced snake-hipped through supernova explosions, body, soul and tin can craft flung light years away by galaxy-sized sonic shockwaves, shaking seismic ripples into the fabric of reality. Major mashup. I've flown far beyond contact range of ground control, and Houston ain't my problem anymore. But Earth, my element, my planet, the rocks from which my bones are carved, is calling. This anomalous orbiting gemstone that we like to call home demands my descent. On a hastily sketched trajectory, yes, I'll fall with style right out of the sky, pulled by magnetic fields, guided by ley lines. Close your eyes and whisper a wish. This star is shooting straight out of heaven's high, face smudged with space dust. Oh, Lucifer, my shining darling, it's time to fall home. And we're staying in space. Don't come back to Earth yet. But we're coming a little closer to our own close cosmic friend, the moon. Screaming in relation to the moon, not at the moon, though its silver fullness patterns my mind with a patina of madness. Not about the moon, though it moves me to ecstasies unseen, spins me like a dervish, drives me to my knees to sip the dew of its beauty. Screaming in relation to the moon. I see the moon and the moon sees me. I am moved by her orbits. She turns her face to me, draws up the tides of the waters of mystery. She is my gravity. She pulls on my blood and it pours through her fingers as held in her cup. Drink me, for I have made my offerings to the moon. Like everything else, we are tied together, my sister, my mister, my rock and my eagle, my sacred womb, my blackened tomb. I scream in relation to the moon. I still haven't got used to the live stream YouTube thing because where's my applause? I hope everyone watching this is clapping at home so that my ego will feel satisfied right now. Now, on there being no true north in space, reach out and navigate by stars as they swirl past. Measure your progress, compassing worlds. Kronos has no meter here, wrapped in variable curvatures of gravitational grid lines. Chaos is more than a theory. We're lost out here. Please hold me. Sextant caresses as we pitch between worlds and nowhere. And out there somewhere, where gravity stops grasping, out there, maybe, is where we'll truly meet. Pride. The power of love is infinite. The first Pride was a riot, led by black trans women fighting police violence, planting a red blossom of freedom in the dirt of cruel centuries. Green shoots of resistance sprout from pain, and 50 years later, we still claim our right to life, to walk the streets unmolested, holding hands, wearing our best dresses, feeling first love warm our skin like the sun. We are fire. Pride. The opposite of shame, planting a flag staking claim to ourselves. I am queer, and queer has always been here. Hidden histories of love, galaxies of gender, human stories, overwritten by state brutality, hearts withered by compulsory conformity. With pride, we reclaim the possibilities, reach out to grab a handful of stars. The power of love is revolutionary. We celebrate, elevate our joy to the skies. This heartbeat is a hammer. This heart is breaking chains. Remember, always, what they want you to forget. The first Pride was a riot. That was originally written for Pride this year for Radio Derby, so shout out to them as well. And now this poem is one I've got on the changing of the seasons. As we move into autumn, maybe a little winter starts entering the air, and we come to the myth, the Greek myth of Persephone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no borderline psychotic outbursts either. Down in a hole where it's always winter and never Christmas. Smiling, the small, sad smile of a reluctant bride. Eyes downcast, but heart as crimson wet as the inside of any animal. Meanwhile, on the surface, Demeter wanders weeping, feeling her skin grow thin as she learns the word for cold in every human language. Hades dreams of victory, oblivious to slow drip of pomegranate blood, marking nights. Under the soil, above their heads, seeds sleep, waiting. The sun will come again. The sun always comes back. This piece was inspired by a quote that I read about the past and bad memories and difficulties we kind of come from. And this man, he wrote, "The past, it's not a shackle, it's a garland." So those things you did, they were horrible, but they're not who you are. Same goes for things done to you, and for things so confused that you can't even say who did what or why or to who. Your past is not you. It's not wrapped around your ankle, cold tentacles, implacable, dragging you into dark depths. It's not a trip snare, a bear trap, waiting in the woods, though it's always strung tight, right behind you, it can never snap. Though its fangs are sharp, the jaws of that time can never close round you again. You've walked through the forest, howled with those wolves, your sweat smudged and bramble torn. Reach a grubby hand into the past, 'cause it's the mud that bore you. Delve in and anoint your brow with its dark. Suck on the ashes if you must. They're yours. But don't be surprised when this muck tastes like metal and home, when it blazes gold, when leaves rooted in yesterday grow to softly encircle your head, a shimmering crown, adorning the now. You are exactly where you're meant to be, growing in time, an eternity tree. Stand tall, breathe. Thank you, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you to Rowan for filming this, and thank you so much for the Arboretum and everybody past, present and future who has made it the wonderful place that it is. Blessings to you all.